Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming to Carousel number 3. Really excited to have everyone here. Thanks for coming out. It's crazy times, we know, but it's great to come together through culture and to do an event that's kind of across the theater community. Thank you to Rhinoceros Productions and Starcatcher for putting this together. But we really like that it's something that allows for kind of everyone to participate and everyone to take part.
Thank you for coming to Carousel Open Stage, produced by Rhinoceros Productions and Starcatcher, and the Incubated Theater was kind enough to let us have this space. We want to also announce that on Friday the 13th, not this Friday, the next Friday, JET, Jerusalem English Theater, is having their festival at Nissan Nativ. And so you can find that on Facebook at the Jerusalem English Speaking Theater Green Room or the JET Facebook. And that's going to be an exciting event. Anyway, we hope you enjoy this evening. Your programs, there's a QR code for bios later if you want to know who's involved in these wonderful performances, and enjoy.
This is an original score. This score has been created especially for this piece. And not only is it an original score in the sense that it has been created for this piece specifically, but also in the sense that it is undeniably original.
There's a cold wind blowing off East Bay. I'll go get your shawl, Auntie. No, girl. Sit. Lettuce is coming up real nice out back. 6:15 should be passing through soon. Oh, sissy, you're always waiting for that train. You spend your whole life waiting, sitting like some bird, sitting like some glass bird on a shelf, waiting for that train. Oh, Auntie, waiting for the train. There it is. Oh, Auntie, it's stopping. Oh, now who on earth would want to get off here? A stranger. A stranger? Confused by the moody lighting and empty stage? Are you worried and nervous because you were expecting a comedy? Oh no, you think it's experimental. Relax, you know me. I'm the older but still attractive female actress, wise and gruff and charming, rough round the edges but soft on the inside. I'm a mother figure to the playwright, but a more perfect mother. Not like his own, who never really understood his delicate artistic tendencies. And now I deliver my first monologue. It is a story of 3 heads of lettuce that became separated, and how they ended up 3 lonely heads of lettuce. 1 in a kitchen, 1 in a marketplace, and 1 on the back of a produce truck. It's a story that asks the question, will they ever reunite? You worry again that you might be watching children's theatre. It should be. You glance at your watch, shift in your seat, and I'm out of here.
I take up a position stage right. I'm sick with embarrassment. Not only did I trip on my first big cross, but now I am not in my light. Oh, I find my light. I look out at the audience, but just over your head so as not to destroy your suspended disbelief, and I wonder what to do with my hands. I think about winning a Tony and begin my speech about lettuce. And every time I say the word lettuce, I do it with a great emphasis because the writer told me to. So my story about lettuce. One lonely lettuce in a kitchen. Then talk about my recently dead brother. And then hint at this mysterious mission type thing I'm on. I do not understand the speech, but I manage to fake it. Then I move my arms in strange ways because the director has a dance background. Now once again, I mention lettuce. Then silence. I exit.
Tentatively, I enter, moving my arms in a strange way because the director has a dance background. Immediately and professionally, I quickly scan the audience out of the corner of my eye and wonder if my mother is here. I think about art and begin my monologue. It is a story about lettuce. One lonely lettuce in the shook. A monologue that would be a total embarrassment if it weren't for the brilliant emotional motivations given me by the director, my mentor. I continue on now about lettuce, then leap to noting my relationship to the older female actor who is currently smoking in the non-smoking green room. Now I take up a strong position center and wait for the entrance of my leading man, the empty-headed monster.
I enter with conviction. I look away and think about Tom Holland and wait for her to look at me.
I'm sure he must be thinking about Tom Holland.
I wait for her to look at me.
I wait for as long as possible, and then I look at him.
I look at her.
I wish they'd cast someone better looking.
I think she thinks I can act.
I think he can't act.
Focus!
I take my time. I let the audience drink me in. I feel pretty. I do a quick little spin, and then, with tentative interest, I look at him with a question in my eyes.
I look at her. She's got that weird look on her face again. I snap myself out of it by thinking about stardom and say my lines with some anger and great conviction.
I respond with annoyance at his response to my tentative questioning look.
I respond with confusion to her strange reaction to my response to her weird look after my great conviction.
I react shrilly to his confused response to my annoyance, towards his aggression, to my quick little spin and my tentative questioning look.
I forget what I'm supposed to do next.
He probably forgets what he's supposed to do now, so I pause.
I remember.
I cross the stage like a caged animal. I take up a position ever so slightly away from, yet ever so slightly toward. Pain, hope, and fear dance across my face in a delirious symphony.
I pause.
He's not supposed to take this pause. The director told him 100 times this pause is not needed.
In the pause I act really hard.
You're dragging the play down. You're milking the moment. You're killing the momentum. You're pissing me off.
With excellent acting now mastered, I upstage her and say my line.
I fix my great hair. I upstage him back. And I refuse to say my line.
I think she's blanked.
I wait. I make him sweat.
I sweat.
I say my line.
I'll never take that pause again.
I ask him a rhetorical question.
I answer her rhetorical question.
I tell him it was a rhetorical question.
What's a rhetorical question?
Why, it's a question that's got no answers, of course. Didn't you learn that in school?
I learned that questions have answers.
Some don't.
What kind of questions don't have answers?
The questions from our hearts.
If only I had a heart.
Everybody's got a heart.
Do they? What's your name? I'm Joey.
Sissy.
Sissy. I bet you've got a heart though, don't you, Sissy?
Don't touch me! Don't you ever touch me! You can't touch me! I'm made of glass, and you're a stranger here! Oh, Auntie! Auntie! the love of God and all the saints in heaven, what is it, girl?
Oh, Auntie, there's a stranger among us.
Where? Who is he? Who are you, and what are you doing to my niece? Blackout!
Blackout!
So then, what is an original composition? What is original? If the art is an extension of the artist, and if each person is an original being, then doesn't it follow that even the most banal, indulgent, and derivative work?
Silence. A long silence. While I stand here holding a bowl of soup for no good reason other than you to imagine what a kind-hearted, folksy, and simple person I am. And while you think that, I think about the other two, now off stage, congratulating themselves on their overwrought performance. I smile and continue my monologue. Talking to whom, I'm not quite sure, because the writer insists I'm talking to God, and the playwright insists I'm talking to myself, and in a moment of accidental profundity, I struggle to focus.
I enter with great conviction.
And here comes Tom Holland.
I think about Tom Holland and wait for her to say her first line. I glance at her and see that she's in one of those trances again. I try not to panic and get into her line of vision.
I gently take him by the arm and lead him to his light.
I think, why is she dragging me around this stage?
I feed him his first line.
I say my first line.
I smile and get to say, finally, my first line.
I say my second line.
I say my second line.
I say my third
I
line.
say my third line.
I say my fourth line.
I say my ninth line.
Look at her funny.
Focus!
I say my sixth line.
I say my fifth line.
I say my third line again.
I say my 10th line.
I tell her my name.
I act like that name means nothing to me.
I speak her name.
I turn away.
I speak her name, not call her name. I'm not sure what the difference between speaking and calling is, but it says in the script, she speaks her name, not calling, and the writer says, what I do is perfect.
I fix my eyes on him with a look of contempt.
I think she hates me.
I turn away.
Relieved, I tell this cute little story about the dog I used to have. It's not supposed to be here, but it was cut from my first monologue, and then the writer and the director had a big fight about it, and so I get to say it now. I think the writer really likes me.
I look at him strangely and with curiosity and wonder how much saliva he has.
I worry that I might be spitting.
I feel sorry for the people in the front row.
I finish off about the dog, and now I tell about my brother, and then congratulate myself on my good acting. Oh, I see a casting director in the third row. I wish they'd kept the part in where I take off my shirt.
I lead him through his blocking and wonder what the writer sees in him.
I think, why is she dragging me around the stage again?
I wait for the line where he mentions his brother's name.
I wait for her line.
He thinks it's my line.
It's her line, isn't it?
I say a line that's not in the script.
That line is not in the script.
Even though it makes no emotional sense whatsoever to my character, I outright ask him his brother's name.
Oh, right! I mentioned my brother's name.
Why, that name means nothing to me.
His dad. What is it?
Nothing. Just death always makes me gasp.
Is that all?
Of course.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't I remind you of someone?
No. No. You stay away from me and you stay away from my niece. She's fragile. You hurt her and I'll break you.
I can't believe they couldn't find her a better week. I come downstage and say something poetic.
I give him a bowl of soup.
I take the bowl of soup.
And I'm out of here.
She wasn't supposed to give me the bowl of soup.
Tentatively, I enter.
Everything I do is tentative because I understand my character to be tentative, and so everything I say or do is said and done in a tentative way. Tentative, yet tense. A tense tentativeness. Have I based my character on an emotional impossibility? Am I a fraud? Is that why my mother never comes to see my plays? Why is he holding the bowl of soup?
I offer her the bowl of soup.
I ignore him and begin my monologue. I lose my place. I'm supposed to be happy in this moment. I don't feel happy. I try and remember something happy. I remember last night at the director's apartment. His beautiful eyes, his manly hands, that look in his eyes. I know he loves me and that we will be together forever. Silently, I dedicate my performance to him. I continue on now about my childhood, summer, and sea air. Once again, I tentatively mention lettuce. I congratulate myself internally on a beautiful performance. And I wait for him to say his line.
I think that she must be sleeping with the director.
I shoot him a look.
What was that about lettuce?
Nothing, it's just, I've got something against lettuce. I hate it.
Funny. So do I.
Do ya?
Yeah, I do.
Sorry about earlier, it's just that I'm...
Fragile.
Yeah, and I got a past.
Everybody's got a past, sissy.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Gee, I feel like you know me.
Do ya?
Yeah, I do. Blackout. Blackout. Blackout!
All right. How you doing, everyone? Hey, are you supposed to announce me? All right, never mind.
And now, David Sidman.
That's more like it. So I'm doing stand-up comedy, that was a tough act to follow. I feel like I can't appreciate the theater because I have no idea what I just saw. I was like trying to follow along with it. I'm just not that smart, you know. Like if I was doing stand-up comedy the way they did whatever they did, I'd be like, I tell jokes. They laugh at jokes. Anyways, all right, this is different. No microphone. So, I don't know if you guys know. Anyone here Taylor Swift fans? Nobody. Perfect. Taylor Swift has this Israeli bodyguard. I don't know if you guys know this. And he's actually in the Israeli army. And during the war, he left Taylor Swift's tour, went back to Gaza and fought for Israel. This means there's a guy out there who will take a bullet for two causes. One, Israel, his ancestral homeland. And the other is Tay-Tay. No, all right, never mind. I wish Kamala Harris was here. She laughs at everything. She'd be a much better audience than you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I served Israel. I served this country in other ways. You know, I voted in Eurovision for Croatia. I thought they were good. I don't know. Israelis took Eurovision a little too seriously. Like, there was a war going on. And I feel like Israelis, I feel like Eurovision was like another front of like another war. You know, like you have Gaza, Lebanon, and Eurovision as far as most Israelis are concerned. And I don't know. I feel like most Israelis would, Eden Golan. She was the singer, and I think most of Israelis believed that if Israel won Eurovision, Hamas would suddenly be like, "Oh shit!" I don't know. Just what I thought. It's a good thing you guys speak English. I have trouble with languages. Especially Japanese. Anyone here try to learn Japanese? Good, you shouldn't. I don't know if you guys know the history of like Japan, but they did some crazy stuff. Like if a samurai was ashamed, he would. Where are you going?
I miss my mom. I came to see
You're
her.
pointing to your mom and you're saying
This
you
was
miss
my
her.
mom. I came to see her perform.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It'll be her next
Where are you
year.
going?
I was late.
I'll be
I
back.
missed it.
All right. Bye. All right, let's talk about them. Yeah, Japanese. Bad language to learn. Like they used to, the samurais, when they were ashamed, they would fall on the sword. And if you study Japanese, the words that they say actually sound like they're falling on the sword, you know? Like, Konnichiwa! One language that I'll probably never be able to learn is sign language. Anyone here speak sign language? No? Yeah, well, one word I know in sign language is the middle finger. And didn't go over too well when I thought it'd be funny if I gave it to a deaf guy. And he got really upset. And I was like, I'm joking. And he was still like angry. And I was like, dude, I'm joking. And then I realized he's deaf. He can't understand what I'm saying. So I was like, I'm joking! Okay. I don't know. I not a lot of, we're not allowed to talk about deaf people. Is that off limits? You guys are in for a long night. I don't know. I don't understand things. Like when I was a kid, if any of us swore, my mom would wash our mouths out with soap. But what do you do if you have a deaf kid? Like, do you wash his hands with soap? Like, how does that whole thing work? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't want to fight him because I try not to fight, but I will if I have to. Like, I don't know. I was raised, like, before the whole MMA craze, I was raised watching fight movies like Bloodsport. You got anyone here watch that movie? No, not a single person. Okay, you guys are such thespians of the theater. God forbid you should watch a fun movie like Bloodsport. Yeah, very good. One guy knows it, right? How did it go? After every punch, he'd go, "Wah!" Right?
True.
True. Thank you. Well, that doesn't work in a real fight. I'm just letting you guys know that. I learned that the hard way. Speaking of fighting, hello, welcome. Why are you late? I didn't ask for an apology. I just wanted to know why you were late. All right, whatever. Yeah. Well, speaking of fighting, I mean, I'm from Boston, and yeah, anyone else from there? You had a good time? I didn't, because my art teacher had a very thick Boston accent. So when she tried to tell my parents that I was very artistic, you didn't like the deaf ones, right? She was like, your son is very autistic, very autistic. And glad you guys aren't laughing, because that's how I ended up in special ed. I was actually arguing with someone about the vaccines and their connection to autism. Anyone here resist the vaccine? Anyone here not vaccinated from COVID? All right, nice. My people. You guys, did you guys get the memo about our next meeting? Did you get your crossbows and garlic is supposed to be distributed? Sorry, you guys weren't supposed to hear this. When Pfizer activates you all, you'll need a resistance, and that's us. So I was arguing with this guy about the connection between vaccines and autism. And I was like, come on, like, this is silly. I was vaccinated, and I'm fine. I mean, the vaccines are safe and effective, according to the CDC, which was invented in July 4th, 1946. I don't know how I know that date, but it sticks in my mind. All right, no more autism or deaf jokes. We're in the clear now. We're smooth sailing. Back to fighting. No. I don't know, in Boston, people are very clever when they talk trash. You know, like I was fighting this guy. Like, I can fight, but like I'm really bad at talking trash. Like this guy was like, you better back off if you want to keep your teeth. I was like, wow, that's brilliant. I can never like do that. You know, if someone tries to fight me and starts talking trash, I'll be like, yeah, well, you better stop it. That's about the best I could do. I don't know, do you guys like music?
Yeah.
All right, finally. No movies, no autism, no deaf people. We can all agree on music, right? Sometimes, as someone who's not autistic, I analyze lyrics a little too much. You know? Like, you know that song, oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. Night she's screaming. Okay, nobody knows. Here's, oh, one person. All right. One person knows a song after 2021. Yeah, so it's a song. She goes, oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, nah, ma, 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 ma. To me, that just sounds like every Jewish matchmaker I ever met. Yeah. I don't know. I'm studying crisis management, more specifically the shidduch crisis. I've been evaluating this from up close. Do you guys know there's a place in Israel where single women walk around this guy's tomb 7 times hoping to find a husband?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I've seen some of these women. They need to walk around there a lot more than 7 times. That's all I'm saying. Ooh. What can I say? Single women have one job. Don't be fat. I guess it's too much to ask. Sorry. Okay, no more fat jokes. No more autistic jokes. No more deaf jokes. How else did I offend all of you? What other joke did I say that offended all of you? Whatever. We'll figure it out together. Back to songs, right? Do you guys know that song by Pharrell where he's like, 'cause I'm happy, clap along like you feel it, a room without a roof. So I guess according to that song, rooms without roofs are happy. Well, you know where there's a lot of rooms without roofs? Gaza. Yeah. Lots of rooms without roofs. I don't think they're so happy. Which is a good thing, I think. What are you moaning for? You're like, oh no, Gaza. They're not happy there. Sorry. You got Jewish Santa Claus over here all rattled. Hey, what's up, man? I'm just messing with you. We're good, right? You're not angry? Okay. This is going great! What else you guys want to talk about? The war? You want to talk more about the war? You guys follow social media, you see that the Israeli soldiers took like 50 terrorists and stripped them down to their underwear and marched them through the streets of Khan Yunis. Anyone see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, well guys, that's historic. It's the first gay pride parade in Gaza. Just so you know. All right, let's talk about something really like PG or G. Disney movies. Everyone likes Disney movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Not blood sport, nothing violent, nothing about people who are less healthy than us. We'll just talk about what's your favorite Disney movie? Come on, throw it out there. You guys alive? What's going on? Huh? Lion King. What is up with the Lion King, right? Okay. The plot makes no sense. The Simba gets chased out of the kingdom. And what happens to the kingdom when the hyenas take over and Scar? Starve. Why do they starve? Nobody knows. Nobody remembers the movie.
They overhunt.
Overhunt? I don't think that was the reason. Wasn't there a drought?
There was a drought.
Okay. And somehow the drought is the fault of the hyenas, which is ridiculous. Everyone knows hyenas don't control the weather. Yeah. It's true. They do. Who said that?
Lauren.
You heard that one before. Oh, you didn't hear that from me?
No.
Oh, you just thought of it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Lauren, I wish you were after me. I'd totally yell out everything at your show. I look at him. He looked at me. And we look at each other. Duh! Sorry. I don't know why what came over me. What other, what?
It was a great play.
We laughed.
I laughed. I cried 2 things off. What are you clapping? Okay. It was a great play. Yeah! Great play. Let's all just agree. They're too polite. That's the problem. Except when I perform. What other Disney movies you guys like?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Man, if my dishes could dance and sing and clean like that. Like, okay, Beauty and the Beast just proves one thing. No matter what women say, they'll end up with a guy just because he's rich. Even if he looks like a beast, like, that's all that matters. Just, you know, the guy's a palace, and he's kind of an alpha male, you know, he kind of like takes charge, not afraid to scratch up Gaston's soldiers. Yeah, looks are less important. They like that rugged look. I don't know, what else? You guys like Aladdin?
Cinderella.
Cinderella?
Pocahontas.
Huh?
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas isn't a real Disney movie.
No, that's Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Well, I want to talk about Aladdin, okay?
Aladdin.
I'm sorry, I think Jasmine's a little naive, right? Because if some guy with a turban on his head came up to me and was like, "Do you trust me?" I'd be like calling Homeland Security. Yeah, I've heard this magic carpet ride before. Straight into the Twin Towers. All right, let's go back to Israel. You guys, anyone here shop at Rami Levy?
Sure.
Yeah, all right. I feel like every time I shop there and I wait in line, I get this lady. "Oh, I'm just going to do my entire grocery shopping. Can you watch my empty cart while I go and save my place in line?" "Yeah, lady, I didn't realize we were in the 2nd grade. Like, how did I get tasked with I'm trying to be on my phone, watch, I don't know, the latest TikTok craze. Which, by the way, hey, what's up?" Even the host doesn't want to acknowledge me. This is bad. Yeah. What were we talking about? Rami Levy, right?
TikTok.
TikTok. What's this? There's this TikTok craze where like a bunch of people went to the hospital. You guys hear about it? Where they like the Superman? No, yeah, something like 17. All right, if you haven't heard about it, I'm not even going to get into it. But there is one. All right, let's talk about something a little less, a little more upbeat.
Your dating life.
Ooh, how much time do you have? Yeah, are you on apps at all? No, yeah, stay away from them. I see on this app this lady, she was like, "Oh, I'm a dog mom." And all these women who don't have kids, they call themselves dog moms, and they're like, "I'm looking for a father figure for my Labradoodle." I'm like, okay. But I'm telling you this right now, if we break up, I am not paying child support for that thing. I'm not making that mistake. I'm not making. We're gonna do a prenup on this. Like, I have a dog, but I would never call myself a dog dad. Like, wouldn't that be kind of weird? I think it would be weird that I call myself a dog dad, especially since my dog humps my leg. Like, I don't think that's an appropriate father-son bonding experience. I don't know. I guess I'm old-fashioned. But yeah, women are interesting.
David Sidman, we're at time.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
Thank you very much.
That's exactly how I wanted to end the show.
My name is Rachely. I'm half Jewish. The other half is Jewish too. Lived in the States for a little bit. It's really different from here. Everybody here from the States?
No.
Yeah. Yeah? You from?
Canada.
State of Canada. Lauren is from Canada.
It's not state.
Yeah, so I was in the States for a little bit, lived there for a while. It's really different. It's the way we communicate. Here, when I'm having a bad day. Here, when I'm having a bad day, and I'm calling to a friend of mine, and I'm like, "I want to die." She gets it, and she's like, "Take me closer to the bridge." And I see, when I said, everybody thought I was serious just because I said, "I want to die," while I was laying on the train tracks. Weird. And the food, ranch sauce and heavy cream. One day I had three times of half a dozen donuts of tahini. People thought I was training for a police officer. It's bad. I work in a white, rich, privileged kindergarten. I'm not even the teacher, I'm just the assistant. My girl is allergic to nuts, gluten and poor people, so I can't touch her. A couple of days ago, the children had donuts with white powder, and I wasn't paying attention. Lucky me, it was just the cocaine, nothing serious. We teach our children equivalency. So a couple of days ago, when one of the girls came crying because one of the boys hit her, I took it to the boy and explained to her that she has to hit him back. Because if she won't hit the boy to catch you up, he will win. She said no. So I hit him. Recently, I started working out. Someone here know what TISO is? TISO? Do you know what it is?
Watch, no?
What?
Watch.
What?
Watches.
No. TISO. It's shape of art. It's not art. It's fabric that hanging from the ceiling.
Silks.
What?
Silks.
Yeah. And we are climbing on them. Yeah. So I was kicked after the first class because I wasn't paying attention so much. Apparently, you're not supposed to be hanging from your neck. I also tried yoga. Room full of women, breathing, exhaling, and the instructor goes face down dog, face dog. Look, you can use the word dog in a room full of bitches, okay? You can't. I also tried to do pole dance. That was really tough because you're using all your body parts and still no tips from old men. I'm from Jerusalem. Here, I was born and raised here my entire life. It's tough here. No, it's tough. And so everybody heard about the Jerusalem syndrome. Do you know what it is? Yeah, right? People wearing white and gold and thinking they're the Messiah. Yeah, so there's no London syndrome. You're thinking you're acting in theater, and basically in real life you're just gay. Jerusalem has a day. We have a day. All the streets are closed, and we march. And it's like the Pride Parade without the fun and the stepping. Tel Aviv, there's no Tel Aviv Day, because every day is Tel Aviv Day. It's really insane city, and sometimes it needs to take a nap, but not too much, because we don't want it to turn Jerusalem on us. I know we have Walt here, I'm just not sure it's working. And every time I see a Walt delivery guy, I'm like, oh no, is he coming all the way from Tel Aviv? Coming from a religious family, so as women we had price tags. So when I was younger, I was worth like a camel and a cow. Today I don't worth so much, more like a bucket of KFC. Nothing serious. My married friends think that if I want to find a partner, I need to be treated like a full-time job. So at the moment, I'm unemployed. And my dad thinks that marriage is the answer to all of my problems. And so I was talking to him, like, Daddy, I'm not feeling so good today. And he goes, if you have a husband, you're going to support you. I was fired today, Daddy. And he was like, yeah, if you had someone, he would be there for you. I had a robber in my apartment today, Daddy. And he was like, yeah, ask him if he wants to marry you. My sister got married when she was 17. And my nephew got 10 children. So my nephew got 10 children, and I'm living with him. And our relationship is like the peace with Egypt, cold but necessary. We don't speak with any cheap drugs. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Signor Picasso.
See, we... Yeah.
Let's speak French, two foreigners. Common ground. Will you sit?
I prefer standing.
Your hat?
I don't imagine I'll be here long.
No, I mean, you are in the presence of a lady.
That remains to be seen.
Well, I certainly hope you don't mind if I take mine off. Please sit.
Am I under arrest?
Why do you ask?
I was leaving lunch at Le Catalan for an appointment across the city. The moment I walked out of the cafe, I was accosted by two men in shapeless raincoats and told to go with them.
Were they police?
They didn't say.
Why do you think you are under arrest? Have you done anything that would warrant arrest?
I am guilty of nothing.
We are all guilty of something, Senor. It's just simply a matter of finding the appropriate law. I understand that when they accosted you, you did not resist.
No.
Well, if you don't resist, you never know.
Why have I been brought here and under what authority?
My authority comes from the Ministry of Culture.
French or German?
What's the difference?
The difference is you are not French.
Berlin hopes to foster greater cultural cooperation between our two nations during this occupation. My name is Fisher. I am an adjunct to the ministry. I have papers and identification if that is useful to you.
No, your manner precedes you. What do you want?
I have a few preliminary questions I must ask first. Sit, please. Please, sit. You have been interrogated before, Signor Picasso.
By the occupation? Oh, yes. Every few weeks, a couple of Germans come into my studio to see if any Jews are hiding in the kiln. Sometimes they look at my painting, ask about the price, but my work doesn't suit them. Germans want kittens and dogs. And Poland.
The Fuhrer paints, you know. He does landscapes.
Yes, but he has problems with the borders.
Let's start with some background first. Age, date of birth?
This can't be necessary.
Please, Germans believe in documentation. It's for a clerk back in Berlin. It's his heart and soul.
59.
Birth date?
October 25th, 1881.
October 25th, that's tomorrow.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Senor.
Thank you.
You'll be 60.
Numbers. A German talent.
Happy birthday, Senor. Current address.
7 Rue des Grands Augustins.
Married?
That is a very difficult question.
Well, I think they're only interested in matters relating to next of kin. Oh, you've been married only once, correct? To Olga Kolchova, the Russian dancer.
Very much a Russian dancer. That's another matter. Diaghilev brought her over during the First War. She was a daughter of a general, very rich. Diaghilev preferred talented dancers, but they didn't have talent. He'd take the ones with money.
How long married?
I married Olga, or rather, she married me in 1917.
You weren't fighting in the war?
Spain was not at war with anyone.
You've been living in France for 20 years.
Spain was not at war. We separated in 1937, Olga and I.
Divorced?
I keep trying.
Children?
One. Paolo.
Where's your son now?
Switzerland.
Did you send him there for his safety?
I sent him there to be committed. He robbed a jewelry store 2 years ago. The only way I can get him off was to plead his insanity. He's in a clinic in Bern now, smoking hashish and screwing the nurses.
Is Madame Picasso in Switzerland as well?
No, she has remained in Paris. I would have her committed too if I could. Olga really is crazy. Paolo is just a little prick.
Oh, there is another child. This one born out of wedlock. Maria de la Concepcion.
Maya, we call her.
Maya and Paolo. Any other children?
Not that I know of.
Oh, Maya's mother. His name is Marie-Therese Walter. She lives not far from you as well.
On the Boulevard Henri IV.
Ah. And there's a mistress, Dora Maar, formerly Markovitz, a journalist, photographer, and publicist for surrealism. How does one publicize surrealism?
Exaggerate.
And she lives.
On the Rue de Savoie.
We have you surrounded. Political memberships, parties, organizations?
I am not a political man.
One final question. Before he ran away at the start of the occupation, your art dealer was Paul Rosenberg, the Jew.
His background is a little matter to me.
And before Rosenberg, your dealer was named Daniel Henry Kahnweiler, also a Jew, also ran away. After which you had most of your money transferred to Switzerland. I hear these days you keep gold in your closet where your soap should be.
If you've spent any time in France, you'd know soap is far more precious than gold.
And your current work, what are your most recent sales?
I have had no sales or exhibitions since June of 40, the occupation.
But still you draw, you paint, you sculpt.
I also eat and breathe and shit.
Good for you. Well, that's that. And now to the matter of hand, and this is where we were hoping you could help us, Signor. We need you to identify some subjects for us.
Who?
Not people, Signor. Paintings. We need you to identify some paintings, authenticate them. Prove they were painted by the person whose name is in the corner. Prove they were done by Picasso.
These are mine?
Not all of these, just three portraits. As you know, there are forgers in the art world. Before the war, there was quite a flourishing markets and frauds and fakes. Paris, Amsterdam, Geneva.
Not so much Berlin. Anyone could be a painter, but a fake, he's got to be good.
The market in fake Picassos was not quite as strong as some of the others.
That's because some painters are easier to copy than others. When the Mona Lisa was stolen before the First War, the thief copied it dozens of times and sold it to any rich idiot he could find. There must have been 50 millionaires between New York and Shanghai with that woman hanging over their fireplaces.
Could you copy Mona Lisa?
Yes, but you'd never recognize her.
Oh, I think I might. But that's not the kind of forgery I'm talking about. A famous painting, you don't forge that. You don't walk into someone's study, look above the mantelpiece and say, "Oh, how strange, you own Guernica too." You wouldn't copy Guernica. You'd paint something in the style of Guernica, impersonate the form and the content, but not the picture itself. These could be Picasso's, but only you could tell us the truth.
Where did you get them?
Here in the city.
Stolen?
Confiscated. Their owners abandoned them, fled.
Abandoned them?
Hard to believe, isn't it? The German army at their heels, and they leave their Picassos behind. No sense of priority.
So, if you have them in hand and you know who they belong to, what is my use to you?
Signor Picasso, we are planning an exhibition.
I have not been permitted to exhibit since the occupation.
Well, things change.
My paintings alone?
Group show.
I do not do group shows. Who else is in the group?
Miro, Ernst, Clay, Leger.
Matisse?
No.
Oh, good. I mean, Henri was never much good stuck in with the rest of us.
This is not yet for public knowledge. We want the exhibition to be a surprise, and hence we do not wish to use our usual experts. They would never keep quiet about it. The artist himself, however.
Yes, I understand.
So you will do this?
No, I will not.
No is a word we Germans seldom hear these days.
Miss Fisher, you arrest me. You march me halfway across Paris. You have me brought down to this place. I will not help you.
Oh, I think you will.
You do? Oh, yes. Why?
I have to walk out of here with the Picasso. You have to walk out of here. I did not ask your birthday as a formality. You are not a French citizen. Your papers expire tomorrow on your birthday. You could be sent back to Spain, where I'm sure Franco would welcome you. Or You could be sent to Germany, where your top Spanish torso could be put to use in various fields.
You would not risk the uproar. The Americans
The
have already...
Americans let Germany take Czechoslovakia, Poland, Belgium, and France. You think we take Picasso that breaks the camel's back? I have the authority to put you in prison for a long time without paint or brush.
You put Picasso where he cannot paint. You might as well put a bullet in my head.
Well, there is that too.
I have an appointment across the city at 4 o'clock. I do not wish to be late. 3 portraits, you say? Who are they? Cocteau? Gertrude Stein?
They're you. Self-portraits, or at least they appear to be. Let us begin, shall we?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eitan Roberts. I am the director of this next piece. Firstly, round of applause to everyone who's been going so far. It's been really incredible. This piece is from Stars of the Moon Israel. Stars of the Moon is an Australian theatre company which puts on theatre that is moving despite not... They have a great tagline. But essentially what we do is we use a castmate model where we cast 2 people in each role, and in each castmate pair, one person has a disability and one person doesn't, and essentially what we're trying to do is bring inclusive theatre onto the stage, and which is super exciting. And tonight we just wanted to give you a little taste of what that might look like. So what you're going to see tonight is a piece from the musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And Charlie's been having a bit of a hard day, so he's going to turn to his friend, Lucy.
Lucy! I'm so depressed. I don't know what to do.
I think what you need most of all, Charlie Brown, is to come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
All right. I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid.
I've always been stupid. I barely get numbers. I've never been much playing football.
Or baseball.
Or stickball.
Or checkers.
Or marbles.
Or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Possibly be one small person, totally, utterly, blah,
It's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Well, certainly. You don't think that mentioning these few superficial failings is going to do you any good, do you? Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve.
I'm moody.
You are terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am.
Nobody likes me, not Freda, or Shermie, or Linus, or Schroeder.
Or Lucy.
Or Snoopy.
Wait a minute. Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him.
It doesn't count.
Or Snoopy.
Oh,
why was I born just to be one small person, totally, utterly.
Wait! very much of a person.
That's certain.
And yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope.
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I mean,
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
You know, Lucy, I'm beginning to feel a lot better already.
you're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
Très bien faire cette piece.
Come.
Most noble brother, you have done me wrong.
Judge me, you gods! Wrong I mine enemies. And if so, how should I wrong a brother?
You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardians, wherein my letters praying on his side, because I knew the man was slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
It's such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you are yourself much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and march your officers for gold to undeservers.
An itching palm. We know that you are Brutus that speak this, but by the gods, this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius honours this corruption, and chastisement does therefore hide his head.
Chastisement!
Remember March, the Ides of March, remember? Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers, shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honours for so much trash as may be grasped thus?
Brutus.
I'd rather be a dog and play the moon than such a
Not
Roman.
me! I'll not endure it! You forget yourself! I am a soldier! I! Older in practice! Abler than yourself to make conditions!
Go to, Cassius, you are not. I say you are not.
Urge me no more. I shall forget myself. Tempt me no further! Have mind upon your health!
Away, slight man.
Is it possible?
Hear me, for I will speak. Must I make way and room for your rash choler? Shall I be frightened when a madman stares?
Oh, ye gods, ye gods. Must I endure all of this?
All this, I more fret till your proud heart break. Go show your slaves how choleric you are. Make your bondmen tremble. By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you, for from this day forth I'll use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter when you are waspish.
Does it come to this?
You say you are a better soldier. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to hear of noble men.
You wrong me every way, Brutus. You wrong me. I said a better, an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me.
Peace, peace. You durst not so have tempted him.
I
No.
durst not. What, durst not tempt him?
For your life you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that. I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats, for I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me, for I can raise no money by vile means. I'd rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than wrest from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by indirection. I did send to you for gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so, when Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal counters from his friends? Be ready, gods, with all your thunderbolts, dash him to pieces!
I denied you not.
You did!
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear a friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not, till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
Flatterers would not, though they appear as huge as high Olympus.
Come, Antony, and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is weary of the world, hated by one he loves, braved by his brother. Oh. All his faults observed, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote, to cast into my teeth. Oh, I can weep the spirit from mine eyes. Here's my dagger, and here my naked breast, within a heart dearer than Pluto's mine, richer than gold. If that thou beest, O Roman, take it forth. I that denied thee gold, give my heart. Strike, as thou didst with Caesar. For I know that when thou didst hate him worst, thou lovest him better than thou ever lovest Cassius.
Sheath your weapon. Be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Oh, Cassius, you are yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire, who much enforced shows a hasty spark and straight is cold again.
As Cassius lived, to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood ill-tempered vexed him.
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too.
Do you confess so much? Give me your hand.
And my heart too.
Oh, Brutus. Have you not love enough for me to bear with me when that rash humor, which my mother gave me, makes me forgetful?
Yes, Cassius. And from henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, he'll think your mother chides and leave you so.
I did not think that you could be so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs.
Well, of your philosophy, you bear no use if you give way to accidental evils.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia is dead.
Portia?
She's dead.
Of what sickness?
Impatient of my absence and grief that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves so strong. With this she fell distract and her attendants absent. Swallowed fire.
Died so?
Even so.
Oh, you immortal gods.
Speak no more of her.
Portia, art thou gone?
No more! I pray you. Ladies and gentlemen, the next piece depicts events from October 7th.
Answer the phone, answer the phone. No, oh, Alana, sweetie, no, everything's fine. No, it's not all right. The red alert just sounded. 6:30, what a way to wake up. I'm in the safe room. Yes, I know. Missiles from Gaza. Lots of missiles, way more than usual. Wait, there's a text from the regional council. Hold on a second. Dear citizens, in the last few minutes, there's been a heavy firing towards the townships of the region and all over Israel. You must take shelter and protected spaces until further notice. Get that? Yeah, I know. Nothing to do it. Wait it out. I'm so glad you and Oren the baby are safe in Tel Aviv. Any alerts there? Oh, thank God. You have supplies in the safe room, right? Water, food, things for the baby, plenty of Huggies. I know, but I worry about you. Hey, if we'd still been living in Philadelphia, I'd still be worried about you. I'm your mom. That's what moms do. You'll see. Wait till the baby starts crawling. Oh, I hope the alert doesn't last too long. I only have one bottle of water here. I've been meaning to stock up, but no, your dad went to open the weapons storeroom. He'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, wait. Maybe that's someone from the council who knows what's going on. I'll call you back. Jamil? Oh, Jamil, yes. Yes, I'm all right. Yes, lots of missiles. A really big barrage this time. What are you hearing there in Gaza? I know you're not political, but you are in Gaza. That's where they're firing the missiles at us from. Have you heard anything? Yes, I pray for your family too. Oh, don't be silly. I was happy to bring Samar to the hospital in Beersheba. Such a sweet little girl. I'm so glad that the operation was a success. Yes, I've been making hummus with your wife's recipe. Everyone loves it. Yes, I believe that too. If our families can be friends, then maybe we'll all live in peace someday. I wish Yaakov would come back. I'm so worried. What? Are there soldiers on the kibbutz? Oh, wait. That's Yaakov. Yaakov, where are you? What? Is that shooting? I can't hear you. What? Oh, my God, Yaakov. Forget about the weapons storeroom. Just come back. What? Why are you... Just come back to the safe room right now. Just come back, Yaakov. storeroom. I heard shooting. I think he's trying to fight them. What? I don't know. He said that they were waiting there like they knew just where the weapons were. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's Dad calling the other phone. Yaakov? Rachel? Rachel, calm down. I don't understand what you're saying. Where are they? Shooting? And they're throwing grenades? Don't let them see you. I'm going to call the police. I don't know why the police aren't already here. Come on, police. Why aren't you answering? Come on already. Jamil, no, I haven't heard from Yaakov yet. I'm so worried. Soldiers? Why do you keep asking me about soldiers? Alana, I heard from Rachel. She says that the terrorists are all over the kibbutz. They're shooting and they're throwing grenades. No, your dad hasn't come back yet. I'm so worried. I'm really scared. I don't know. The police don't answer their phone. Why isn't the army here? Alana, talk to your friend at the TV station, the one with all the big shot contacts. Tell her to start calling people. Call people in the army and the government. Somebody has got to help us. Oh, wait, that's Rachel. I'll call you back. Rachel? No, the army aren't answering it. Why are you whispering? They're in your house, singing in Arabic. Rachel, don't make a noise. Maybe they won't know you're in the safe room. Just let them take whatever they want. Maybe they'll just go away. I'm going to call the police again. I'll just call you back. Police. Oh, thank God. Listen, this is Miriam Brody. I'm calling from Kibbutz Tammuz, 2 kilometers east from Gaza. Listen, I'm in my home. I'm in the safe room. I can hear the terrorists outside yelling, and they're shooting, lots of shooting, and they're throwing hand grenades. Please, you've got to come right now, please. What? We've got to try to manage on our own? Are you an idiot? We can't manage on our own. Try to hide? Hide where? They're in our houses. I can't distance myself from the terrorists. They're all over the kibbutz. They're shooting everywhere. Oh, you've got to come now before they kill us. Rachel, calm down, take a breath. What? Are you sure? Smoke? Put a towel under the door or something to keep the smoke out. Get it wet. You don't have any water? Well, pee on it. I don't know anything to get it wet. Yes, I hear them yelling. I'll try. Just put the phone to the door. They're telling you they set your house on fire? They're saying to come out of the safe room before they burn you alive? Rachel! Rachel! Jamil! Why do you keep asking me if there's soldiers on the kibbutz? Are you spying for the terrorists? Alana, did you call your friend? Is the army here? The terrorists are at Rachel's house. They set it on fire and she's trapped. No, I haven't heard from Dad. Oh my God. I hear shooting. Their voices outside yelling in Arabic. Oh my God, yes, put him on. Oren, they're all over the kibbutz. They're shooting, they're throwing hand grenades, yes. Hand grenades. No, there are no locks on the doors. We never put locks on the doors. We didn't think. Well, don't let them open the door even a little bit. I don't know if I can hold the handle up. I'm not strong enough. Yes, I understand. If they open the door just a little bit, they could throw a grenade in. 4 seconds. I have 4 seconds if they throw a grenade in to pick it up and to throw it outside. I can't. Okay, I'm not panicking. I'll do it. I'll try to do it. Oren, I want you to know I love you like a son. Take care of Alana, the baby. Please put Alana back on. Alana, I love you. You're a wonderful daughter. Tell the baby, when she's grown up, please tell her that her grandmother loved her very, very much. 1, 2. Oh, no. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. I'd like to thank everybody, the entire cast. Again, you can look at the bios to find out more information about all of our wonderful performers. Take a bow. Thank you to Starcatcher for co-producing this, and for the Incubator for letting us to use our wonderful space. And don't forget about the Nissan Nativ Theater Festival, Friday the 13th. It's good luck for us, right? Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.